The 4 lead generation pillars that every successful agent needs to know about. Hey everyone, Willie Miranda with the Ultimate Real Estate Success Blueprint. And that's exactly what I talked about today on our Monday Mastermind call with all of our agents. And we're in that part of the season now that we're getting into the fall season, and it's getting back to the basics. I say that all the agents are looking for this sexy new object, right? This new shiny object that's out there that everyone wants to get. And it doesn't exist, right? It's just going back to the basics. And I talked to a couple agents over the last couple of weeks, and I said, what's your focus on going into fourth quarter? And a lot of it was, I got to get a good buyer presentation, seller presentation. I got to work on this, work on that. And, I said to them, that's great. You can have a great seller presentation, buyer presentation, but if you don't have people to talk to, it's worth nothing, right? It's just a total waste of time. So going back to that lead generation pillar and really going through those different ones that we talked about, going to be so important to make sure that you're growing your database. So the first one we talked about was their COI, right? Their center of influence in their database, right? Without a database, you don't have a business. And I tell agents all the time, if you don't have a database, you don't have a business, what are you doing each and every day to grow that database? And I just said, in putting 5 new names in a day, deleting 5 names a day as well, because there's just as important to add people that there is to delete. And the other things that I find that a lot of agents are just not communicating on a weekly basis. So sending out those weekly emails, making sure that they're communicating with those people. The other thing is making sure that you sort and qualify your database correctly. Make sure you have your VIPs, your A's, your B's separated so that they're not in there. Because junk into a database is going to be junk out that comes out of that database. So COI was number 1 in building that database. Number 2, we talked about social media. What's your social media strategy? Are you just kind of winging it? Or do you have a purpose and do you have a strategy when it comes to social media? So we talked about the 3 different things that they should be focused on. 1, making sure that you put personality on there and your own personal, documenting your personal life, putting things on there from a personal standpoint. And this is why reality TV is so popular, is because people want to know what's going on in your life each and every day. So personal post is very important. A business post, some type of educational post is important, like maybe something like the 5 tips that buyers need to know when buying a home. Top 7 things that sellers need to do to get top dollar for their home. All of these different educational type videos that you do on your social media is going to build that brand awareness, but it's going to create that know, like, and trust factor. And you're going to be able to attract more clients by education. And then the third one on social media, as far as a strategy, would be some type of a testimonial, or maybe a shout out to a local business, or an inspirational quote that you like. All of these different things help in making sure that you communicate with that database and you have some type of social media strategy in place. Number 3, we talked about online. What are you doing online? Are you buying realtor.com leads? Are you buying Zillow.com leads? Are you getting on UpNest and Fast Agent Experts, or whatever the hell the name of that website is? Fast Experts, that's what it was. Fast Experts. But there's so many different things that you guys could be doing online to attract people to you, because let's face it, 97% of buyers are online before they even talk to an agent. You need to be online. Take a look at your Google business page. Make sure that all your websites and your profiles on realtor.com and Zillow.com, have your photo, have your bio, all that stuff. So going back into the basics on that. And then the 4th one is offline. And we talk about this all the time. Geographic farming, still, direct mail is not dead. Direct mail is definitely working very, very well for a lot of our agents and a lot of my coaching members that do it consistently. And that's a key word. You have to do it consistently. So again, just kind of a recap, the 4 lead generation pillars to make sure that your business is successful, closing out the year strong and starting 2026 off with a bang is COI, your database. Number 2, your social media strategy. Number 3, online leads. And number 4, an offline lead pillar. So I hope that information was helpful. Scroll down below, leave a comment, and let's go get them this week.